Hello there, my name is Rachel, the first thing in my channel. I used to review cartoon series, anime series, so something computer random. And today we're going to talk about a cartoon conspiracy theory of Blackhat. What happened to the original crew of Blackhat? Now let's get started. Now to start this, especially talk about the two photos. These two photos came out straight from Dementias Diary. That what Dr. Flood sort of explained, he found these two photos, the original organization, what everything sort of started. And the question is, what happened to them? Better question is, which is the photo that the whole group started with? The twins when Blackhat started, or the photo of the group he made before the ladies? And that's sort of interesting because the book, or aka Dementias Diary, never really go that in depth. It just Dr. found them. Of course, something else super interesting about Dementias Diary is that Dr. Flood explains something more interesting. The back of the book, he explained after he started working with Blackhat, he was sent around the world to Mexico, to America, to China, to Japan to help other villains their hero problem. But in the way of the places he went, he started noticing sort of graffiti, especially in the restroom when it started. And he thought, oh well, this is probably some graffiti left for some gang members. That's what his first opinion. But the more he keep looking about this graffiti, the more and more doesn't really look like graffiti. In fact, he started to know this type of dialogue in the different places of the world. Places that you don't actually realize they're actually there. One of the big examples, he found some in the library, others found in the firefighter department, and others found in the school. But once more, it's the same type of dialogue. And he tried to discover what this actually are. Something he connected is this dialogue we use specifically from the organization called Peace. That he's something that he doesn't really trust because he felt something off about the organization. And once more, I don't know if he's sort of biased because how much hatred he had Golden Heart, but the guy does start to make sense because this type of dialogue is all over the place of the world, but the dialogue is really old, so old, especially at the same age of Blackhat. Now, something else is super interesting that some fan points out, that maybe the original crew of Blackhat is the people who created the dialogue, and maybe it's the same people who created Peace. The reason why this sort of theory popped out is because in what happens of the rankings of all hats. You've seen the ranking of hats. I made a video about it, but the last hat was given to the highest ranking that give you special abilities just for you if you're best, the most respected, and the most strongest. In other words, Blackhat given a piece of his power to you, that sort of supernatural abilities. The reason why I'm saying this is because there are technically two people in the book describing they have maybe special abilities. The first person will be locked up somewhere in Blackhat Island, and the second person is the person who left the codes of the two books of Villainous. He left some secret code to find the fans. He also stating, yeah, I'm the one who messing with Blackhat crew. I'm the one who pissing off Blackhat. My name is Sage. Don't worry, we gotta have a little fun. That's the only information we knew. But at the same time, to me, it feels it sort of connects everything. It sort of makes sense why Blackhat is always angry. That he knows maybe Dementia and Dr. Flood will portray him. Maybe he's super angry or paranoid. That's why he's so offensive. Our second question is, who is Sage? And the two photos we have, I have to guess the person in the middle, but at the same time that could be a little bit different. Maybe he is not the original Blackhat. Maybe it's the person in the very corner, the one who smiles, because that looks more like Blackhat. Or maybe the guy in the middle was Blackhat, and the other theory goes that Blackhat always choose the next victim to take their body, and maybe the person in the corner, he really enjoys his body, so he took it away from him. Or in other words, this organization, or at least the first organization, was a lie to choose his next victim, the one he thinks he fits perfectly from him. I mean, that explains what happened to them, but at the same time, it also explains if this is the reason why they portrayed Blackhat. Maybe the reason they realized this went too far and creating peace so it can take down Villainous or Blackhat, in other words. That could be another good possibility. Or maybe they're just very greedy human beings and say, screw Blackhat, we want the power, because they realize Blackhat is basically doing this for enjoyment, not because he want to destroy the world or control the world. He does this to his entertainment. And the fact that actually is canon. Blackhat has no interest taking over the world. He just want to be entertained. Or he's very depressed, so his only way to get his depression out is to help all the villains. One or the other. Choose your favorite. But all of that leaves a lot of good, interesting possibilities. Especially what happened to the twins. That I feel the most interesting, because it's like the first time you see these two characters next to Blackhat. Maybe the reason why there is another theory that the only reason why Blackhat couldn't actually use his special ability, he had to sort of share it to other people. Maybe he picked two right-hand people specifically for them to use piece of his power so he can help him control his power. Once more, that's one of the theories of these photos. Anything else, I really don't know. What can you assume watching the photo, or what do you think is the best storyline for this type of characters? Tap it down below, let me know. No, I got nothing else to say, just one more thing, especially thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.